Hey, boils and ghouls, we are here and we're gonna go see it.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think I'm going to like it.
Ha ha ha. I have high expectations. All the reviews have been really good. A lot of people are saying this is the scariest movie of the year, and I really, really want to be scared.
All of our friends on Letterboxd have been giving this 4 to 4.5 stars.
It sounded like you said litter box.
Yeah, that's what Kirby gives it in his letterbox. 4 stars.
4 dumps.
4 cat clumps.
They all float down here.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so we will check in with you guys after the movie.
There's the spooky red sun of Wenatchee because of all the fires.
Town is burning and we're gonna go see it. Priorities.
Oh yeah, let's show off our sweet ass shirts.
All right, look at mine. Mine are up here, yo. No, I'm kidding.
Your clown's down there.
Okay, so we just saw it.
I loved it.
It was amazing.
It was great.
It was scary.
It was dark and funny as all fuck.
It was a great movie.
It gives you all the feels.
Yeah, the heartwarming,
Sads,
the scares, the
laughs.
angers. All of the feelings. You're going to collect them all with the feelings.
No spoilers. It is a bit drastically different than the book and the miniseries, but there are plenty of little Easter eggs in there to show off. I highly enjoyed this movie.
I feel like the skeleton of the book and the miniseries is still there, but the tone is very different. It's a scarier tone. It's a darker tone.
And the 80s puked all over this movie, and I love it.
Not as much 80s puke as was all over Stranger Things, but definitely enough for you to nerdgasm out.
Yes, and I think that has a lot to do with some of the changes, just because it takes place in the 80s instead of the 50s, so. But, oh.
80s! 1988! I was 7!
I think I was the same age as Georgie.
Poor Georgie. The kids were amazing. They couldn't have casted better children. Like, I wanted to adopt every single one of them.
I had a little worries about Ben being so short and innocent and not like a physical threat to Henry, but oh well. The kid knocked it out of the park. It was great. I'm glad that they went that way.
He's supposed to be sweet, and he is thicker than Henry, but Henry is supposed to be an older kid.
Yeah, well, Ben was just a little taller, but oh well. So what? That kid did a great job. All the kids did.
And Beverly, like, I kept looking at her and thinking, Amy Adams needs to play her as an adult. They look so much alike.
I kind of want a dark-haired Seth Green as Richie as an adult. He's had dark hair in many movies before, so I could just do that. That way he played both of them.
I would be for it. Anything we didn't like?
There's some things I'm a little concerned about, but I can't say anything I didn't like.
There's only a few little things that bugged me. One, I could have done without the scene of Beverly cutting her hair. Just because it's such a cliche scene that I've seen in so many movies where the girl is frustrated or angry about a certain aspect of her life, and so she goes and cuts her hair. It kind of pulled me out of the movie a bit because it is such a cliche at this point. I mean, I just saw it in Power Rangers.
One thing you probably didn't like is there is some blood splatter and water splatter on the camera.
It didn't bother me that much because it was very quick, but normally, yes, blood splatter on the camera is a pet peeve of mine.
My only concerns that they would involve spoilers, so I'm not going to address them, but...
And the only other thing is there was a couple parts where I thought they kind of overdid the CGI. It wasn't that bad, but some parts of this movie are not going to age as well as other parts.
Probably
because of the CGI.
Like, it looks good now, but stuff that looked good 10 years ago aged horribly, so maybe in 10 years this won't age well, but we'll see.
Also, this is something you saw in the trailer, so it's not going to be a spoiler, but there's a couple places where Pennywise, like, freaks out, and he, like, starts vibrating and shaking. I think he's a lot scarier when he's not rushing at them and going for the jump scare, when he's being more of a quiet threat, like other places where you just look at him and he's hiding, in the bushes or in the background.
Yeah.
That's just personal preference.
A creeping threat is more scary than a dashing at you in your face threat, I guess.
But there is a mixture of scares here. You're going to get your jump scares, you're going to get your creepy scares, you're going to get the full gambit, and it's not just clowns either. So if you go in just thinking, I'm not afraid of clowns, this movie's still probably going to get you.
Yeah, and not just him, but Henry's pretty scary in this as well.
That kid is a fucking psycho. He makes the kid from the mini-series look tame by comparison.
That kid wasn't too scary. In the book, he's scary, and this Henry is scary too. I love how he's rocking the mullet, though.
I love that because the Henry in the book and the miniseries had a flat top, which is like the bad boy haircut of the 50s. So a mullet was perfect.
Yeah, mullet is so 80s trash.
I also, it's okay because in the book, with the kid part of it, Mike comes in very late into the book. We didn't get a whole lot of Mike in the movie. But I think they're going to make up for it, obviously, probably in chapter 2, where Mike is a much bigger part of that movie. Yeah, I would have liked to see a little more development with his character. But overall, all of the characters are fantastic. There wasn't a one that I was disappointed with.
Not a weak link in the kids at all.
They were fantastic. I also would have liked maybe a little more Pennywise, but that's such a hard thing to ask for because that's something that can so easily be overdone, and they kept him hidden enough so that when you did see him, he was still effectively scary. So I guess it's a good thing that I want to see more, that I'm excited for this next movie, that I want more Pennywise, that I want more of these characters.
You don't want as much as you got of King Kong, but you do want more than what you got of Godzilla.
Yeah, you don't want to be so used to it that it stops being scary. So I think actually they did it perfect. The scenery is perfect. The music was beautiful. I kind of thought they might go with a synth score in this because of the 80s, but the orchestral score they used was beautiful.
And it's got a pretty bitchin' soundtrack that's totally 80s.
Yeah, I love so
Anvil. Oh man, they had 666.
New Kids on the Block.
Kids on the Block. Good
You
stuff.
got the right stuff.
All right. Well, let us know what you thought if you've seen it. Please don't put spoilers because a lot of people haven't seen this yet. But let us know what you thought, and we will talk about this much more later on.
Absolutely, we have a lot more to say about it. So stay tuned for more.
Now we're gonna go grab a pizza for Laws because we promised we'd bring him home one. So, all right. Bye.
Yeah.